Good
What is
evening,
today?
everyone.
Wednesday?
Yes.
Wednesday,
just
November 2nd. How's everybody doing tonight? Johnny, how are you doing, Massalorian?
I'm good, man, but I just realized that there's
Let me
a bug
turn
in
off
here
my
flying
YouTube
around.
audio.
I just saw him for the first time, and I don't have a fly swatter, so I'm SOL. Derek
I
is
hate that.
always the first. Derek A, good evening. Was there, and then he just did me.
Man, Mass, I was this close to hitting the publish video on the publish button on my Hycroft. But I'm at about, I'm already like throwing overboard half the material because I don't want it to be a 30-minute video. So I'm trying to hit the key parts on this one. And then if people want to know more, then we'll do a follow-up video, but it will be ready to go tomorrow. I've got a couple more minutes of filming and editing done, but 90% done. If we weren't live tonight, it would have been out tonight. Yeah, it's been going on.
Sorry, I dragged you.
Hey, I miss being live, but this Hycroft video is important because there's just frankly a lot of things that I think is just going right over people's heads. I hear, their results were yesterday, and I know there were a lot of people expecting, rockets going off, and a lot of people mad at me, Johnny. A lot of people mad at old Tony because he said don't expect a whole lot. But nothing has changed in what I've been covering in Hycroft since March. It's a speculative investment. You got to have a long-term outlook on it, and hopefully it'll pay off for us that own Hycroft and for AMC. But you should not be expecting a moonshot this quarter or next quarter with Hycroft. This is a long play, and it's important that you go into it with appropriate expectations. But rather than me just give opinions from time to time when people ask questions on lives, I'm showing you and everybody in the executive's own words, both verbal and written, exactly why my opinion is what it is, and that there's no arguing with what they said. Right? You can argue with me all you want, but this is not an opinion piece that I'm publishing tomorrow. This is just explaining what people can't read because it is confusing. That's why it took me. I literally feel like I've gone through a 3 to 4 week crash course, a college course in becoming an expert in mining. So I'm going to condense my last month down to 10 minutes for you guys on that Hycroft video.
That sounds
so
good.
If you're wondering where the hell I've been in geology and gold mining hell.
For days.
But
for days. Let's say some people.
Yeah. I was just gonna say.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I always joke, with the folks in my Discord that by the end of this whole thing, we're gonna all be experts in mining, because I certainly was not. I was able to read enough to form an opinion back in March, but I would not consider myself and never have a gold mining expert. But I would wager by the time I get this video published tomorrow, I could go to pretty much toe to toe with any expert in the industry. That's the depths that I've been going to get my mining skills up. So,
wow. Okay.
All right, let's say hi.
All right. Let's say hey to some people. Let's say hey to Dr. McLovin, Derek, G Immortal, Jason Kimmons, Martin, Lucian, Lizzie, Sound Alert. Chad, how you doing tonight? It's been a while since I've seen Chad. Chad, hope you're well, man.
Chad,
Jamie,
Tindy,
good evening. Badonk, Tindy, I see here. Yes, yeah, Boogie, Aaron Thomas, Duke of Wall Street, Cannibal, Yuka Frida, Roseanne, Gorilla Gardener, Horny Horse,
Nibble,
Chris
nibble.
Haynes, Eric, Overboard. We got good evening. Adrian's good, my friend. Space Cowboy. I think caught up to the beginning here. Lupe, good evening. James Harris, Lloyd. A lot of people in the house tonight. We got over 220 right now, so that's cool. Good evening, everyone.
All right.
I hope everyone's
A lot
doing
to
well.
talk about tonight. Hey, did you hear? I heard just through the rumor that the Fed might have pivoted. What do you think? Did you catch that FOMC announcement today?
Yeah, I didn't feel any pivot. I think
I
he
didn't
stuck
either.
to the
I mean,
story.
I looked left and right, and I didn't see shit for a pivot.
No. Oh shit! I'm clipping. Damn it. Shoot.
So
hopefully that stops.
I don't
YouTube. Hopefully that stops.
I don't see any clipping.
Okay. Yeah, man.
0.75.
There was no
0.75. Jerry P says. Yep. And no announced plans to slow down. I mean, no announced plans to reduce further rate hikes. Right? They're still the plan. The plan is the plan. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I don't know why that's the narrative today. Oh, it's my audio.
I don't know about UMass, but in my book, a pivot is, really what I want to see to get the stock market back where we all want it to be, is for Jerome Powell to say, not only are we done, but we're going to start reducing rates. Because
that's what I want to hear.
If he takes it up to 5% and it sits there for a year, that's not a pivot.
Nope. And I've heard a lot of people say that. I don't know if it's just millennials or Gen Zers, or they don't understand what a pivot is, but this is not it. And as much as look, they created this mess, and I know they're trying to fix it right now. But it doesn't seem like these interest rates are affecting CPI data. If you haven't noticed, inflation continues to teeter on the edge of destruction. Scott says my dry powder is pissed.
Dry powder is pissed. A lot of people have been asking me about diesel also. Have you been getting any questions on that?
So, yeah, I was actually planning on doing a video about it today. And then when we talked earlier, I said, it's just live because it's been a little while since we've been on. Yeah, shortages. I did do some research into this. And basically, just understand when they're saying there's 25 days left of diesel, or 13 or 12, that means if the entire world were to stop producing diesel at this moment, how much we have left. Same thing you could say with milk. There's 3 days worth of milk. If they stop milking cows, all of a sudden, we're only going to have days of fresh milk left, right? So the same rule applies with the gasoline. So
to expand on,
take that into consideration.
To expand on what you just said, we have what they say, 25 days of reserves is how I'm like to say it, of diesel. But the diesel refineries are still cranking out diesel. And the reason that everybody's in a panic, besides, clickbait to get people to click on their web article or their video or watch their TV show, depending on the sources, the normal reserve in the process, in the pipeline of diesel, is 35 to 40 days. And we have drawn down the reserve
big time
to 25 days. So that's not insignificant. It's going to raise diesel prices, but we're not like running out of diesel in 25 days, just in case anybody was unclear about that. And I know people were confused because I was getting questions on it. So it's a situation, but it's not the end of the world.
Right. And that's exactly what I wanted to try to convey in the video. So we did that here live. Now we can move on. I want to get in and get some questions here, because
you should still do the video, because not everybody watches a 2-hour live. You should still do the video.
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
All right. What questions?
I have been working on. I have been working on that, and I also have been working. So for something for this weekend, that I'm going to talk about before we sign off. Right before we sign off tonight, I'm going to talk about something for the weekend. I'm just going to say hey to some people that are in the chat. Adrian Fernandez, Jersey Recycler, how you doing tonight? Arthur Martin, KYP, what's going on? Who did I get here? Scott, good evening. Lucy, Thomas B. I got Matt Donnelly, Hope for a Generation 57, Angelina ATF. And let's see, let me get to the bottom of the list here. I got Thomas B. Hold on, we were talking about me and you. What's you want to go want to rehash what we were talking about with MULN? Okay. What was it?
What you and I were talking about?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I've talked to so many people about MULN. I mean, my general thoughts on MULN, just like most startup, I'm just going to quickly rehash what I've been telling folks in the Discord that have been asking about it. There were a lot of people asking in the last week or 10 days, oh, MULN's doing their MULN 5 dog and pony show. You know, is that going to be a catalyst? Is that going to moon MULN? No, guys, they take their handmade $1 million prototype and take it around the country to show it to people, and they all need to do this. This is common and what they need to do to get people interested and get people buying the stock, and to hopefully get some deposits for whenever they build it in 2024. But this is not money in the bank. This dog and pony show, as I call it, not pejoratively. It's just, it is what it is. That's what we call it. Was to generate interest in the company. So I said on Monday, we did a weekend bet on MULN's price by Friday. My bet was 25 cents. You guys know I've been saying that for 10 days, but I put it in writing on Monday, and we're on track to hit 25 for MULN by Friday. That's, you know, I have nothing against MULN. I wish them all the success. I just looked at the news on MULN last week as retail overestimating the news. MULN needs to get revenue coming in the door, and that's not going to happen till 2024. You've got 1.75 billion in dilution in process, and now they had a lender that converted 13 million in debt, probably through converting with common stock. So more dilution, but good for them for getting the debt off the books. What do you want to say about MULN?
Well, exactly what our conversation was about, going around to be shown off in 20 different cities, one car, and, you know, kind of getting back to the fact that we need 4 or 5 factories to be producing 20,000 cars. Yeah. I mean,
we were talking about Tesla, all their gigafactories. I remember now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if we're looking at what the competition is, and as far as MULN getting in the game right now and becoming a player, I think we're still a little ways off from that. So as far as, you know, until they produce have an assembly line up and running, or there's news, and I know you're going to go into this later with Highcroft about, you know, some of the money that needs to be done there. You know, until that gets taken care of, MULN is going to be a cheap stock, and I'm not worried about it running without me, right?
Yeah, I'm not, make no mistake, I'm not negative on MULN. I'm just realistic, right? I don't want anyone to think that I'm shitting on MULN. I'd love, you know, EVs are the future, and there will be EV companies that make it into production. Not all of them will. Probably half the ones you're looking at right now won't be here in 5 years. And I hope MULN does. But I think you got plenty of time to buy it cheap. Just play it smart. Always look for a good entry. Resist the urge to, you know, I would use this next year as a trading opportunity on MULN. Buy it when it's cheap, sell it when retail FOMOs it up on a crazy news announcement that is not contributing to the profits of the company. A news item that is not generating money is not really a news item that's going to last more than a week or 2 weeks on the stock price.
For sure. For sure. Mike says bag holding MULN. Hang in there, man. They're not dead yet. That's for sure. Harry Parrott says
they
many
make
AMC
it,
YouTubers tonight.
doing what?
Good.
Live streaming?
No, go ahead. What were you going to say? If they make it.
If they make it, I mean, any company that makes it into full production, you know, buying MULN right now at 25 or 35 cents might be cheap, right? But you don't want to buy it at 60 when you can wait a few days and buy it at 25 or 30. That's all I'm saying. Just play it smart. Sure. You got plenty of time to be patient on MULN. You're not going to miss the run up.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
minimize your risk on these speculative plays. Just be patient. And then if you want to trade it, on a run up, trade it and wait, just like I did with Hycroft. When I was buying it at 50, 60 cents and it ran up a few weeks ago and I sold it, said wait a few days, and then I bought back in at 60 cents.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of opportunities like that for Hycroft also to trade it. And it's all about making money. Even if you love the stock, I love Tesla, but I'm trading Tesla. Bought in last year at 600, sold on the run up to 1200, just bought back in. Bought some Amazon finally too. After their fall from grace a couple days ago, I think I bought in at like $88. What is Amazon at right now?
Good question.
92. And the other one, just for folks that are joining in, that I played yesterday, because I do some of these, I follow these retail momentum trades, even though I'm not live streaming. You know, I'm in the Discord talking about what I'm watching and what I'm buying. CRTD, I picked it up yesterday morning, and it was up 54% today from yesterday. Another GTII, if you will, another OTC. This is, like I said in the Discord, there's nothing good about this company, guys. These are momentum trades. So get in, watch it close, get out when you make a profit. But CRTD could have a little more upside. I'm gonna play it very, very closely, and you know how the drops happen on these, like a rock when they happen.
Fast and furious.
Don't be afraid to take profits on any momentum play.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially 600%. That kind of run.
Well, this one I'm at 54%.
Harry Parrott was saying, yeah, CTRB, the one I bought this morning. Yeah,
I bought in at 50-ish cents. So.
Not bad at all. Someone was saying
there were people that, sorry, talking over you. Go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
No, you go. There were people.
There were people that bought in CRTD.
I was trying
cents.
to get 4. Okay. OTC play.
Yep. Someone's asking
Harry
if
Parrott
you're
was
in
saying in the
GTII.
chat.
No, I was waiting for you to tell me to buy.
Are we on delay?
It seems like one of us is lagging.
Yeah, I'm lagging. I'm gonna refresh my page real quick. Hang on one second. I'm gonna see if I can.
So guys, I am not in GTII. Like I said, I wish I would have been at 60 cents or even $1. But I've been saying consistently on my live streams when people ask about it or in the Discord, I just my opinion, don't hate. I don't see GTII ever seeing $8 again. We're seeing the volume continue to fall. I'm watching the people pushing GTII. I cannot get them on board with their due diligence. They're looking at daily short volume and calling it 100% naked shorts. That is technically incorrect. You can hate me all you want for saying it. Yes, I'm calling the credibility of the gentleman saying that into question. And I have no problem if he doesn't like it. But daily short volume is not naked shorts, and it's not short interest. And they're misreporting the short interest, and they're misreporting FTDs. And nothing against them. I see this on dozens of tickers every week. And it's why you got to be smart, jump in retail momentum plays early on day one, but never listen to their price targets, because they're going off of bad information. You can make money on the retail run up, but be the smart one and get out early.
Yeah, for sure. Chat, let me know if this is better since I refreshed it, because we can't beat that. We're gonna be talking over each other all night if that's the issue. Yeah, it's not gonna work, right?
Get off
Tony
the
Mass
wireless.
Yeah. So owning the float. Harry Parrott people were complaining about Adam Aron not doing enough for AMC. All right, this is sounding better. Good. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts. I support Adam Aron. I think some of them I hear are finally coming to the realization that Adam Aron his job is saving the company. He does not.
Yep.
His job is not focusing on a short squeeze, as much as that hurts people's feelings. But as I've said 100 times, if not 1,000 times, fixing the company will drive shorts out of the play. The shorts are in the play for one reason and one reason only, because they don't think the fundamentals are good. Every play that they're in, that is why. So let him do his job.
Right on.
Now, you can call me a paid actor all you want, but that's facts on any stock. Shorts get in it because they don't think that the company is going to survive. So let him fix the company, and the short problem will take care of itself. I'm sorry if it's not on your timetable. Maybe you shouldn't have listened to 20-year-olds who just started trading a year ago.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of millennial/Gen Z coming to God moments with the market and the economy right now. Just people who have never seen such things before, right? And before I forget, MC, man, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, MC.
As always. MC is the man. Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to the fact of what's going on. People who haven't seen this before. Look, I mean, this is just a natural process that's going to happen. Whenever you print trillions of dollars, that's going to lead to interest rate hikes, recession, and everything that we're going to see, right? But like I was saying the other night, I think there's a step in between that before. And if people are talking about this collapse, which everyone on their thumbnails has some explosion or lightning going through, the Fed building, or, Wall Street blowing up, whatever you want to put on your thumbnail, there is going to be a time period. And I think you're seeing it a little bit now, especially with some of the destabilization going on around the globe, that it's one of the only places to put your money to invest right now, if you're not holding it in physical. So that's a possibility. But as far as what we're seeing right now, this is a reaction to printing trillions of dollars backed by nothing. You're going to have to raise interest rates. We're going to have to go through a recession period. And that leads to a new spike again, a new hope and faith back into the market. But right now, until we see that, we're struggling right now. We're getting hit pretty hard, and there's nothing we can do about it. As far as AA goes, with the market tanking right now, just the overall market in general, the fact that and looking at Q3 and what our earnings are going to be next week, it's not like we're in a terrible position right now. We're not in a terrible position. I don't think so, especially with what we have coming down the pipeline. solid in my position, and I'm really not worried about it. I'm thinking of other bigger problems right now than me holding on to the AMC shares, all of them that I bought before August 31st, which is my word to the community, to everyone, that I wouldn't touch those shares. Anything after that would be, to do what I want. But up till August 31st, all those shares that are from February of 2021 till then, I'm just going to hang it onto them and stick in my back pocket. And we will see how this thing plays out. Let's finish the game, right? Let's finish the game.
I've got my my good till canceled order on APE at $1.50. I hope it doesn't get there, but I'm looking to Q4. I'm not even worried about Q3. This is water under the bridge. We already know it's, unless he has some surprise announcement that we don't know about, the Q3 earnings call is not going to be anything spectacular, right? We'll probably find out if they sold any APE and how much they banked from that. And we'll be able to compute exactly the price per share that he's been selling it at, because he's going to tell you how many shares they sold and how much they earned. So you can divide the millions they made by the number of shares and get the price per share.
Right.
So you guys got a few more days to wait. But I'm not forecasting any spectacular news in Q3. I always am hopeful there'll be something, but at this point, I don't know what it would be. Maybe Adam's got something for us, but we're not going to be loading you up with a bunch of clickbait videos going into November 7th or 8th, whatever day it is.
No, you can't. You can't. I think we've already come out and been pretty clear about what Q3 is going to be for earnings, as far as how well the box office did. I mean, didn't have a tremendous Q, right? So
saw a lot of clickbait videos going into Hycroft earnings. People were expecting moonshots on Hycroft. And, the good news, just to really quickly touch on Hycroft earnings, what I saw in Hycroft earnings is, the good news is they only burned $4 million, which is substantially less than they burned every other quarter before that. The bad news is they stopped the heap leaching. So the only revenue they're going to bring in the next 2 quarters is the drainage off that pad. So there's no more ore since August going on to the heap. And, I've been talking about this for a long time. They're not mining. Hycroft's not mining. They just had ore in a pile that they've been putting on the heap, and it, running the solution through it and the cyanide and getting the gold and silver out. So we're just about at the end of that. And that's all I got to say about Hycroft until tomorrow's video gets out. And it will definitely be out tomorrow. For those of you just joining in, it's 90% cut, filmed, edited, voice, everything. I got the last 2 minutes to go on that video.
And it's very in depth. Very in depth.
This one, I mean, it could be way more in depth, but in the interest of not making a 30-minute video, I'm going to keep this one at 15 minutes or less. And if you guys want to know more, you let me know in the comments tomorrow, and I'll take you through whatever depth you want. But I'm going to hit you with the important knowledge and all of the documentation of backing up what I'm saying, so that you have the full picture that no one's ever talked about your Hycroft investment, and you have your time frame, straight. So I own Hycroft, and I have a good till canceled order to buy more Hycroft if it hits a certain price. But there's too much clickbait going on, too much hype, too much misunderstanding about what they're doing. All you need to do is understand what their plan is. Then you can time your purchases of Hycroft if you want to own it. I'm not pumping Hycroft, not telling anyone to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just sharing the facts, because geology and gold mining is not common knowledge for everybody. So I've spent the last several weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it's been now, nothing but Hycroft to get you the real info.
It's going to be a good breakdown. Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Yeah.
Let's see.
Can I become a popcorn expert next? Richard
said we're going to pay for that stimulus for a long time. Yep. What, you could become a popcorn expert? Yeah, there you go.
Richard says, "Can you become a popcorn expert?" I've been looking into a lot of other stuff. I've been spending a lot of time on GTII because much like you guys, some of y'all are in it, and God bless you if you're in it and ahead. I keep on looking like, do I want to get in it? And every time I look in it, and every time I've watched everybody, guys, Lou, William, Avid Trader, Ham, Short Killer, all of them. Surprise. I can't get behind the due diligence they're putting out. In my estimation, my experience, these guys are putting out incorrect information. That is irrelevant if you got in at 60 cents or $1, right? We want, on my channel, we want to identify these momentum retail trades early. Even if the information is bad, it is irrelevant because you can make a mint 60 cents to $9. Fuck yeah, I'll take that all day long. But these guys saying it's going to 100 or 1,000, I don't see it. And I see all the information they're putting out is incorrect. So I'm just looking at the chart, declining price, declining volume. Unless something comes out of left field, this play is going to go into a slow or maybe rapid decline.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I hope for you that I'm wrong. I hope for you that I'm wrong. Too.
Especially for KYP. She's going to add 60 cents and $2. I hope it stays up there for you, KYP, and you can make some serious money.
I'll say that I will say that, one of my Discord members was in MULN, and he was hearing all the hype on MULN when it was in the 60-cent range, and I said, man, it's going to be close to a quarter by Friday, and he sold, locked in a good profit, and sent me a thank you 2 days later. He's like, you saved my ass. I never thought from the hype that MULN was going to drop like it did. That was his message. But some of these things become very predictable when you look at them. You look at enough of these plays day after day. And even though I'm not on live stream, I'm watching all of these plays and I'm researching them heavy. And many of them are very predictable.
Yeah. Yep. Dr. Spurgeon, the Sturgeon Surgeon, says mining takes time, is super labor intensive. I don't expect much this soon. And there's, I'll just say I know a little bit about what Tony's been doing, what he's been looking into, and it's gonna be interesting what he has to portray to you guys about what they really need over there in Nevada to get this thing up and running good. One Speed Go says Luke Holmes wants his subs back. I didn't get them, that's for sure. I didn't get his subs.
I don't want to call Lou out, but I was laughing when he was like, please, AMC and GME investors, can you please come to GTII? GTII. This thing's gonna blow up if we can just get you. No,
I know.
No, bro, you got them on September 27th to October 1st. You got the ones you got, and nobody else is moving to GTII. So sorry, Lou.
What have you heard about the coin? The GTII coin.
Well, I mean, there's been talk for a long time. I mean, even going back a year about a digital dividend, and the DTCC or whoever told them no, we're not gonna do that. So they punted and they came up with a new plan, and I hope that new plan works. That is one potential catalyst for GTII, but it's on a separate exchange, right? It's a digital something. But if you can't tie it to a share and you got to fill out a form to say, oh, I own GTII, here's my form. How is that really going to drive up the price or cause shorts to cover? I'm just not bought into that. I hope it works. Definitely hope it works, because it could be a roadmap for AMC if it works, right? Or any heavily shorted company that you think naked shorts are happening on. But I'm not as bought in as these guys are that it's going to work or that it's even going to happen. It probably will happen. Don't know when, and I don't know if it'll work, but I hope it does. And that's why I'm watching it so close, because it'd be great if it worked. How many times have we heard about things like that? APE is going to cause a short.
Yeah.
I know this is something different. It's something better. I hope it works. I do. I really do.
Yeah, it would be nice to finally figure out a way to put an end to all of this nonsense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If we just had a way to put a stop to it, wouldn't have to go through Congress or the SEC or anyone else. If we could just do it on the up and up, wouldn't have to worry about that. Just another
if I was convinced it would
paired
work,
up
I'd be
tonight.
buying.
Hold on, I gotta read this, Tony, real quick. Masters,
Yeah.
you both inspired me to create my own company. I acquired LLC for my chess company. Thank you for answering business questions, Tony, when I know you didn't have to. So I just want to read that real quick.
That is Super Steven. He's a member of our Discord. And yeah, I've been talking with several folks about starting their own business, and I'm happy to do that for you guys. And I was saying, we're going to Nashville this weekend. When I get back, for the members of this channel, subscribers or members, I'll decide. But when I get back, we're going to do probably a members only LLC type live stream. We're just members only, so we can keep it to a small audience, and I can get real questions about starting your own business, creating an LLC. I have several of them. Some have worked, some have not worked. Some I've made money on, some I've lost money on. Some are still in business, some are not in business. So, you learn through the school of hard knocks what works and what doesn't work. That's what life experience is all about. That's what being an entrepreneur is all about. Not everybody gets it right the first time. So I'm happy to share those decades of knowledge with you guys. And we'll do that when I get back from Nashville at some point on a weekend after this weekend. And congratulations, Stephen. I know what his business is, and we've had several talks about it. And I think that he's on a very good path. Find something you enjoy, figure out how to monetize it.
There you go. There you go. Is that any better? Is that audio any better? People say I'm still flickering with the audio. I thought I noticed that last time that we did an upload, that my audio was kind of clicking in and out. I don't know what could be causing
I don't hear any problem with your audio right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Someone asked, I think, someone asked about what was your thoughts on the run for CRTB. Did you have any thoughts on that?
So I thought about selling today because 54%, 60% was a good run. But based on the momentum today, I'm going to wait one more day. I hate giving price targets on crazy shit like this. Here I am, knocking these other guys for telling you $1,000 on GTII. But, potentially, keep in mind, CRTD started a few weeks ago at 4 cents. So it's already up monster from where it was just on October 12th. For me to tell you it's going to go to $4 from 4 cents, that would be life-changing money for some people that got in at, a nickel. I'll watch it tomorrow and I'll see, if it's still moving up tomorrow, I'll still keep writing it. That's how I play these. I'm not going to tell you what it could go to because nobody effing knows on these crazy retail plays. I'd be out at, I don't even know. I'll be out when the momentum shifts. Let's put it that way. If it starts going down and continues down throughout the day, I'll consider getting out and locking in some profit. If it keeps going up, I'll keep riding it at least till Friday.
Okay. I gotta say, Grandpa Barney, it's been a while. So I don't know if you put up super chats, but this one I had to. It says, hey, I heard you thought Grandpa died. Nobody said that, damn it. Nope, still irritating. Took a break. I'm back. Grandpa Barney, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're us. Yeah, okay, so that's about getting out today, but you're gonna hold it a little more and see what happens tomorrow morning.
I was worried about Grandpa Barney because he was in our Discord, and I just tried sending him a private message on Discord. He's like not even on the Discord app at all. I'm not even talking about my Discord. Like, he's just gone. I was like, what happened to Grandpa? Where'd he go? No, Grandpa, say it's not so.
He's still around. And just we make sure we get it straight. Yuka is too, I guess. We thought he died. But thank both of you guys for
I heard that Grandpa Barney
donation.
was
Thank
on
you guys.
protest
Always we
until you
appreciate
and I
that.
decided to come back on a live again. He's like, fuck it. If Tony and Mass
For our
aren't
live
doing
stream?
videos, if Tony and Mass aren't doing videos, I'm out.
No, man, it's good stuff. I'm glad to see. I'm glad that all of these people that I've met over the last year and a half are still with us. That's it's good to know we're not in this alone, because sometimes I think I'm so isolated. Except when I'm doing the live streams, I really feel like I'm part of a bigger thing, you know. Because when we make the videos to upload, we're all by ourselves, right? So we're not communicating with anyone. We're trying to get information across to you guys, or our opinions, because we're slightly narcissistic, I guess. But we're trying to push information along, and sometimes it may seem impersonal, but I know for me, it's really nice to see the same names that I've been seeing for a long time now. It's a good feeling to know that I'm not the only one, or you're not the only one.
Yeah,
us together.
You need to get on Massalorian. You need to get on a Discord, even if it's mine or anybody else's, because I mean we're all still having conversations all day. There's no disconnect.
I know,
but you especially are not in. You don't have any daily input with someone if you're not on the phone.
I know. I talk to you on the phone all the time. It's never through Discord. I know.
Dr. Spurgeon, the Sturgeon Surgeon says, this is a dumb question, but couldn't Adam Aron just trigger a squeeze by converting APE to AMC right now without issuing new shares? So someone asked a related question in my Discord the other day. And this is just my thought, my opinion, that Adam Aron is going to string. I know there's a lot. I see a lot on Twitter too. Like, oh, he's going to convert, even YouTube. He's going to convert APE soon, y'all. This is what they say. He's going to convert APE soon. Look, this APE is his best way to pay off $5 billion in debt, guys. Movie tickets are not going to pay off $5 billion in debts in the next 10 years. Maybe if you add in popcorn and whatever else they come up with in the next 10 years, they have a shot. But movie tickets are not going to pay off $5 billion in debt unless Cinegroup goes away or a major competitor goes away. APE is his best insurance. There's other things he's working on, but APE is the insurance that he can pay off the debt. I know that sucks saying it because that makes me contemplate future dilution. But for the same reason, I also say that is your best belief that Adam Aron actually wants a squeeze, because he would much rather sell APE into a run-up to $20, $50, $100, $1,000. Pick your price. He doesn't have to dilute as much if there is a squeeze. So for all the people saying Adam Aron doesn't want to squeeze, he would love a squeeze, because he'd love to sell APE at a high price and pay off the debt. I guarantee it. But
someone asked.
Let me just finish that. If there's no squeeze, he's not going to get rid of APE because he needs it to make the company survive. That's my opinion. Go ahead, Mass.
I was Lucy in the sky with dumb Greek. Someone said, "Well, narcissists are us." Is that one?
You've talked about being Greek before, I think.
So. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I asked if I was Armenian in the chat. Yeah, I mean, Adam Aron not wanting a squeeze is, to me, incredulous to say, because he's looking down the barrel of a gun right now with this debt. You know what I mean? So, and our only chance now, I almost feel like, is waiting for that short thesis to be wrecked. I feel like people kind of jumped the gun on it a little bit because we haven't really cleared that much debt off the books. So we're talking very small, minute amounts, right? That Odeon And most of that was just push debt, right? It wasn't even paid off, correct? It was just restructured. Yep. So, you know, I don't know. Real quick, I want to say someone asked about GTII reaching $20. WV asked that. Do you think that G can get back over double digits again?
I have an open bet to anyone that wants to take it. That I am willing to put money on the table with, you know, side bets, that it will not see $8 again. I will be wrong if the digital dividend exposes a bunch of naked shorts, but the evidence that these guys are using to give you their numbers for naked shorts and FTDs, I do not agree with their information. So what I'm seeing on FTDs and the short interest is magnitude different from what they're telling you. I'm looking at the official data. You guys know I'm a data-driven person. I don't make up numbers or misinterpret charts, misinterpret data. What I'm seeing is leagues of different from what they're telling you. Daily short interest, daily short volume is not short interest. FTDs do not stack. You don't add up FTDs. The last FTD number is the FTD number. So based on their misinterpretation, based on their misinterpreting the data, I don't see GTII hitting anywhere near the targets they're saying. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not in the play. I'm not long, I'm not short. If I believed in it, I'd be buying it right now. But I don't believe their numbers.
There you go, WV. Buckeye Ace, no one has to pay for anything here. There's no paywalls. Just go ahead and fire away. And I got some trying to go through, and my audio is choppy, but I will try to find it. Oh, I see it. Buckeye, why Disney? Hold on. I see you've already asked it. Hold on. I must have skipped by it here. Hopefully I can find it quickly. It looks like it's something about Disney. Let's see. Jarvis has it here. Buckeye, why would Disney? Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Buckeye, why would Disney want the ape? Not they would have a reason. So maybe he was asking about Disney wanting to buy ape shares. I don't know.
I mean, there was a rumor months ago that Disney or Paramount or somebody was going to buy, merge with or buy AMC. I don't see it. Why would Disney want to take a company with $5 billion in debt? It's just, I don't see it. Yeah, hey, did you see Roku?
That's a swallow. At the end of the day, right? Or in the after hours? Yeah.
No, I don't think it's down 16% after hours based on
what happened?
Earnings.
It ran right before earnings and then fell.
It was down 4% on the day and then down a major red candle when earnings got announced. You can now buy Roku for $45. And if I look back at the weekly chart, do you know how high it was a year ago?
No.
$490 for
Roku.
I wanted to put out a tweet that said AMC says sell Roku headed to zero. AMC warns.
Holy smokes.
Where's all the warnings from these people about Facebook, Meta, Roku? You know, they want to warn everybody about AMC, but they don't put out any warnings about streaming services, streaming hardware. You got decimated if you bought Roku at $490.
My God.
A year ago.
Can you imagine? Think about people who are in Peloton at like 150.
I know.
What's Peloton at right now?
It had a little recovery, I think, recently. I'm not interested in owning Peloton. It's at 863, down from 171. Wow.
Oh my God.
Like 95% drop.
Was Twitter delisted today?
Twitter was delisted a couple days ago
because it's a private company now, held by Elon Musk, right?
Yeah, and surprisingly, some people didn't know that was coming.
Yeah, I don't know. He took it
I got
private.
raped on my Twitter. I mean, we've been talking about this for months. How do you not know
Months.
that Twitter was going to be taken
It's going
private? And I said in the Discord, heads up to the MMTLP owners. This is what's coming your way. God bless you if you're up on MMTLP, but the same fucking shit is about to happen on that one when it goes private. You're going to own a stock that is not going to be traded anywhere. So don't be afraid to take profits on MMTLP if you're up.
Someone was asking about that. Okay. By the way, you realize next Tuesday we're going to have the election night and earnings in the same like 5-hour span?
Yeah, I can't wait for all the conspiracy theories on that.
Well, it's interesting that the president just came out and made an announcement and had a not a press conference, but a speech saying that we might not have our election results for a couple days. And I'm like thinking back to midterms from the past. I never remember it taking it. You knew by 10 o'clock, every major political race that was going on basically was called before midnight.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a couple. There's a couple that are close. There's always a
call
couple
beforehand and say, "Hey, you're gonna have them for a couple of days." That's kind of crazy.
No, there's a couple. I mean, if it's 49 and 49.5 versus 50%, they're gonna wait until every precinct is counted. There'll be a couple races around the country that are close, but the majority of them you're gonna have. You're gonna have them.
Yeah.
But I did see that warning on Twitter today.
I see Granny Banger in the chat.
I love that name, Granny Banger. It cracks me up.
Yeah. He had a funny comment.
I thought Grandpa Barney changed his name.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought at first. That's what I thought at first. Granny Banger. Yeah, Noor Trades. You're talking about. Go watch CoffeeZilla's video on Noor Trades.
I haven't seen Noor Trades.
Get you right. No, Noor Trades good. Young kid, pretty good. He's been on a couple people's shows. Pretty funny. Let's see. What's up? Broke Ape, good evening tonight. Nuvarn, the Great, Millions, Harry Parrott. I'm just saying, hey, some people. I saw that Jennifer was in the chat. Jan's here. I said it, Angelina, Mud Puddle, Keith, Barry Electronics, Rachel, Zen Hodler, Brenda and Ella's Adventure. There's a bunch I wanted to try to say hey to. It's been a little. Bill Biv DeVoe, good evening. Rick Patronus. Everyone needs to vote on November 8th. Take our country back. I've already done that. Tony is a know-it-all. That's why I follow him, says Corbin.
I do have that reputation. Even Scarlett will tell you that. But I don't try and be a know-it-all. I just try and know my facts. That is a key difference.
There you go.
If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know, or I'll tell you this is my opinion. But if I know my facts, I'm not afraid to share them.
Yes, for sure.
A lot of people don't like that. Oh, his facts don't agree with my irrational exuberance. I hate him.
No. It's not personal, right? It's not personal.
He's a dick. No. If I say something, I usually say it because I've researched it. That's all. I spend a lot of time, guys, a lot of time looking into shit. You guys are, out partying or doing whatever you do, playing games. I'm researching shit all fucking day, all night.
Fun, right? Don't you love this? Staying on top of 9 million different things.
It's always been a sickness that I've had for decades. And now I get to share it with you. Love me or hate me. I don't care.
Grandpa Barney says we need to resend all the Discord links out. And thank you, Grandpa Barney, by the way. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Brian Hunt, do we think the SPY goes, I think, around 320? He says, Tony, how low do you think SPY goes? I think around 320, maybe lower. You think the SPY would drop to 300?
I have a chart with a line drawn on SPY. Let me pull it up. And
Sure.
Someone's asking about the popcorn bucket. So we did a giveaway last Friday on the Black Adam popcorn bucket. I did get an email from AMC that it is in the mail. I'm hoping, let's see, I'm leaving Friday morning, so I'm hoping it comes tomorrow. But I've been so fucking deep in Hycroft research that I have not even reviewed the tape from last Friday to see who won. So I will give you guys my word tonight, that I will let you know tomorrow who the winner was. I just got to review the tape and see who got from Friday, see who had the closest vote on picking the box office numbers for Black Adam for that opening weekend. So on the SPY, I have my line drawn in. We touched it on the bottom wick at 349. This is assuming that like nuclear war or something doesn't happen. Do you want me to do a screen share?
Sure.
Let me put this up. Hang on. I gotta find the tab that has the screen share on it.
Oh boy. Gotta love the
Oh,
chat.
it's up here.
For the stock talk. What happened about Pelosi's house?
I forgot I have other monitors up here.
You'd have
share screen.
You have to be in the house. Oh.
Okay. All right. Can you put that up? So this was the trend line that I had drawn on the SPY. I drew this, months ago, of where I thought the bottom might be for the SPY, barring nuclear war or some craziness. That was just following the trend before this irrational, exuberant run up to 474. You can see on this wick right here, just a few days ago, we touched it. This is the weekly chart. Let's go to the daily. Real close. So if we drop below, I don't know, in the next few days, 350, then I would be very worried. And we did drop below back in, when was this? Oh, this was April 2020. Yeah. So this was the the crash, the big crash, which, there's a reason why we popped right back up. But if we fall below this blue line, so 350 in the next few days, I don't see that happening, But if we do, then you should be buying puts really quick, because it could unravel really, really rapidly.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. If that happens, it could unravel very quickly. Very quickly.
I think you'll know. You'll know the news. You'll know the news that's going to cause it to unravel as it's happening. It's not going to be a surprise when it happens.
Yeah, definitely not. Let's see. Ape was used to kill the squeeze. See what this says. I love hearing these arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always interesting. Ape was used to kill
the squeeze was over. The squeeze was over in June of 2020. What year are we in? 2022. The squeeze was over
2022 right now. 2021.
To say that Ape was used to kill the squeeze, that's just like some go fuck your mother talking point. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
This APE was used to pay off the debt, to extend the lifeline of the company, because they have to address the debt. That's all it was, pure and simple.
There you go.
You need to have a squeeze. Let's recap. Let's follow the bouncing ball. Tomorrow's news today. To have a squeeze, you got to have a catalyst. You got to have a catalyst. You got to have a loaded options chain. You got to have a high short interest, and you got to have money piling into the play. And we have not had the resurgence of all of those things simultaneously. And until you do, there's not going to be another squeeze. So wait for whatever catalyst it's going to be. For me,
Patience.
the catalyst that I'm patient enough to wait for is fucking good quarter. Let's see what Q4 and Q1 look like. And if something drops in because of ISDA or, Gary Gensler or Robot Godzilla, March 3rd, whatever if something drops in, great. But I'm not counting on that.
Yep.
I don't wake up every day waiting to see what happened with Robot Godzilla. That was just something to get Lou paid.
Yep. Yeah. I know he's still talking about it. By the way, Bulldog Trading, thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. And you didn't have to do that. You're always welcome on this channel to put up a comment, and I'll always promote you. Just so you guys know, Bulldog Trading has a 24-hour site, AMC. No, I'm sorry, not AMC, on the market. Whether it's at night or aftermarket, he's got 24/7. So he's coming out of Alaska for you. So good stuff.
What's up, my man?
Backyard Boogie says Massalorian. So boots are on the green. That's what I heard, Backyard Boogie. Supposedly they got 30,000 troops, NATO troops on the ground, and they've called up 300,000 reservists from the Russian army. I think we're closer than ever. We're closer to a ground war than ever right now. Just won't stop pushing they can't help themselves. And they've got called out in every town hall they've gone to. And every person that's called them out has been shouted down. It's absolutely ridiculous. Nobody wants war except nobody else wants this war. And bipartisanship, it's running across. Crazy to me. We're so close. Yep.
Someone asked.
Bulldog, appreciate you. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right,
someone asked if they're
good.
Someone asked if they're shorting APE so that AMC can't use it to pay down debt. So the short interest on APE is pretty low. It's like 7 to 8%. So I don't know that they're shorting it. AMC's short interest is far higher, 19 and change %. But I think, this is my opinion, we'll know in a week. I think that APE's price is going down because AMC is selling it. As much as I don't want them to be selling it under $2, that is my opinion, and we'll know in 6 days if I'm right or wrong. I will make the apology video on November 9th if they sold 0. What happened to Massalorian? I guess he's refreshing his software. So you guys, if you've been paying attention to this channel, when we saw APE drawing down in price, it was my theory that Adam Aron was selling it. And then I said, when it gets close to $1.50, he'll stop selling it and let it run back up because people will want to buy it cheap. And we saw it run over $2. And then I think he started selling it again. So we're back in the selling pressure downward price cycle. That's just, using logic, trying to interpret what's going on. Not really a high short interest. For me, that's the most logical explanation. I have no idea if it's right, but we'll know soon enough. DWAC, DWAC for me is a speculative play that will pop if Donald Trump says that he's running. So buy it as cheap as you can and just know that if he doesn't announce, I don't know that anything's going to happen with DWAC. I sold mine several months ago. I still look at it every now and then. I still think about it. Let's see what happens after this election cycle. But I would be playing it just on the Trump potential momentum. That's about all it has going for it at this point. We made a lot of money on DWAC in the beginning days on that first initial run up, and I've traded it on and off since then, but it's a news driven stock. Hector, I have not really looked into the Sears reorg, so don't have any thoughts to share on that, unfortunately. MC, thank you, brother. William says, so maybe Adam is indirectly driving AMC shares down if he's selling 8 because I think they trade in unison. Possibly, yeah. Or it could just be people getting out of the play before maybe not a very great Q3. You know, maybe people don't want to hold it into the Q3 earnings announcement next week because I don't think any of us are expecting great news next week. We'll get the the paper hands out before Q3. People that were just momentum trading it. Massalorian, are you there? I can hear you, but I can't see you. There you are.
Yeah, I should be back.
Angelina says, Tony, are you blurry? I don't know. Am I? Hit the cog wheel, Angelina. Make sure that you're on HD on YouTube. Thoughts on Tough Built? I haven't looked at Tough Built in months. It was a play, but I think it's done.
What play is done?
Tough Built. When did it
TBLT?
It had its run up. There was one in May, another one in July, and it's been trailing down. I would only play Tough Built. I would only play it if it regained momentum. The financials of that company.
On TBLT?
Yeah, the financials of that company were a wreck. There was a reason it went down to $1.
True. Clark says, I could be wrong, but with the Fed's hawkish outlook, this presents a real problem long-term for the hedge funds. Presents a hedge for everyone, right? But yeah, especially if they're over leveraged, right? But we gotta see how this thing plays out, man. I mean, at this point, I'm just in this mode of finishing the game. However, this is gonna end up, and I'm not relying on Q3 to bail me out of this situation, right? I had a chance to sell when squeeze pop happened last June, and I didn't. I decided to hold, and I have to ride the wave with everyone else, right? We can buck the system as much as possible and call for change, but as far as holding the shares and what it's going to do, it's really out of our hands, right? We didn't print $5.5 last year and hand it out, to the 1%. So unfortunately, now we're in the same boat as everyone else. So we're hoping that there is something that comes along to squeeze this thing before, maybe next summer or whenever people are talking about. But like I said, I just put those shares to the side, and that's it.
This might be a good time just to recap the general market advice. Like in a market like this where interest rates are rising and stocks are going down, this is the time to grab your balls and find good companies to buy, because even if you got to wait a year or 2 or 3, you're going to thank yourself later for these stocks that you're buying now. Nobody is going to outperform in a stock, in an equities market, in a raising interest rate environment. So there's going to be volatility. You might have some additional downside. This is why you don't spend all your money tomorrow. If you come in to a $10,000 check, don't go buy Amazon with your $10,000 tomorrow, or Tesla or SoFi or AMC, whatever it is. You got time to pace it out and spread your money out. It's going to be volatile, but whatever you're investing now, when the interest rate thing gets fixed, they start reducing rates, you're going to see equities take back off again. So nobody is being spared right now. Honestly, you've seen big names brought to earth. We just looked at a few, right? Meta, Facebook, Roku, just this week. There's going to be more. It's like we've been telling you, Massalorian and I, for a year. High interest rates and inflation eventually lead to what? Poor earnings, which leads to what? Companies with high PE ratios getting brought to earth. That's what I always said about Tesla a year ago. Is like, all it takes for these high PE ratio companies is a pebble in the road, and they're going to fall hard. So be patient. You'll get your chance to buy it cheap. And then you're an investor now, guys. You get to wait. Investment doesn't always mean get rich on a moonshot tomorrow. So learn that skill. Now's the time to become a real investor.
I think that's where the OTC market becomes so, it looks so good to people because they're thinking of hitting that home run, getting that one good push, and you can on certain places. You just got to be very careful where you, you can.
You absolutely. I love momentum trades.
Someone asked me.
I love those moonshot plays, but don't put your whole portfolio in them because you're not going to get 3 right in a row. I hear these guys talking, guys, GTII is the play. And then you turn 5,000 into 100,000, and then you roll that 100,000 into the next play and you make $1 million. Then you make 5. No, you're not going to get 3 in a row. I'm sorry. Nobody.
Yeah.
Very, very few people have that luck. I've seen more people make $1 million and lose it a month later than I've seen make $1 million and turn it into 10. Does it happen? Yes. Is it likely? Probably not. Just take a percentage of your winnings. Take a percentage of your portfolio and play the moonshot plays. That's how I do it. Not financial advice. You don't have to trade my way. You do what you want. But I want to see you here next year in 5 years. I don't want to see you, blowing up your account, thinking you're going to triple stack miracle plays. That's just not coming.
No,
you got to have the luck of the gods.
Yeah. Hector says, why not cash securing puts on Hycroft and make a penny while the wait? Hector, you can certainly do that. I don't think anyone's saying that you can't.
What do you say?
Why not? People in this chat especially are bullish on why not cash securing puts. I think Tony will address that more tomorrow, right, Tony?
Well, I mean, I can just say right now the reason you shouldn't count out Hycroft. There's definitely things to be concerned about with Hycroft, right? And I'll go in more in depth in that in tomorrow's video and whatever subsequent ones that you guys want to see after that. But what you should not count out Hycroft is future drilling results. The more results they bring in over the next year, the more chance you have of having puts go to zero if they find and publish something spectacular. So that is the upside for Hycroft and the downside for puts. You don't know what they're going to publish. They're in an active exploration program and they need good results. And you can bet as soon as they get them, they're going to publish them. That's why I'm in the play. It's a speculative play, but if they get the right results, it is going to run up. I just don't know the timing. So for me, I've got my long stock that I bought as cheap as possible in the 60-cent range, and I'll buy some more between 35 and 50 cents if it ever sees that. And I have some calls just in case for later in 2023, in case they publish something, it's going to run. You could take the opposite trade, no hard feelings. If they don't publish anything, yeah, it's going to keep going down. You just got to decide which side of the coin you think is more probable. Both are a gamble, the call and the put.
And MC is saying theta decay will eat you alive. Why not buy puts? Theta decay.
Well, if did he say, he said selling?
Sean says, hi, Tony and Mass.
He said selling cash secured puts, right?
Sell puts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's different than buying them. He's just got to hope they don't come in the money.
All right, I got two things. Right. Yeah, that would be an issue. You'd have a problem then. How bad do we think AMC earnings could go, given that September box office receipts were one of the lowest? So I tried to address this in the video the other night that, Q3 is going to be pretty bad. Yes, September was a horrible month. October was a little better. I'm sorry. September was the worst. August was a little better, right? We had Thor and a couple other movies that came out, but I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen in Q4. Right now, to me, that's already behind us. We're going to get those numbers next Tuesday, and then we're going to be over and past that. Then we got to look for the next step in this process, which is seeing a good Q4, having a good Q4 earnings report in next spring, or end of the winter, and us coming back and the interest rate starting to slow down, more positivity into the market. Who knows what happens with the elections? Who knows what's going to happen with the war? Who knows what's going to happen with the Pelosi's? There's a million things that be going on right now that we just got to keep our eye on and finish the game. That's how I'm looking at it. That's just my mentality right now. I don't know what else to do other than keep up the fight. I mean, I don't know how to walk away. Someone asked about putting the money to sleep for 2 years. No, that's why I said I accepted the fact back in August 31st that whatever shares I had at that point, I was sticking to the side, and whatever I did with AMC or APE going forward, GME will be a different case scenario.
I think you need to separate. You need to separate that discussion from AMC and look at everything in the equities market, right? Investors might invest right now in any number of stocks because they are looking at long-term returns. Traders are not going to put their money to sleep. If you're a trader, no, you don't want to be in equities right now. You're going to be in whatever is hot today or this week. But there's traders and there's investors. And some of us straddle the fence in both. So yes, investors will be buying equities right now. Good companies that have a history of profits and that they're going to be here 5 years from now. Yes, investors will be buying equities right now, even if it means that money is asleep for a year or two, because when the run up happens, it's going to be fast in any one of these equities. When the Fed says they're going to start cutting rates or whatever the catalyst is to make the stock market run, it's going to happen faster than you can jump in. So I'm selectively buying stocks on the rundown. I'm not going all in every day. I'm being patient, looking for opportunities.
The Phil for real says, I'm not selling. Avatar 2 made everyone's wallet tingle. MC. Did you see Avatar? I think they released a new trailer today, and I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting to watch it. So yeah, I heard it came out today. So that should be interesting. By the way, tonight, man, Philly boy, Philly, making sure I get all my mods in here. By the way, I didn't know Angelina's a mod on your channel, Tony.
She is. Yep.
What in the hell, Angelina? I'm getting deuced. Let's see. Hey guys, take the beard challenge. Don't shave until the squeeze. C Rob says. I'm not putting anything stupid out there like that. No way, Jose. You're not getting me on any challenges. That's it. You guys, I hear that the trailer looked good. That's good news. Good news. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get off here tonight. I'm gonna watch it. I was kind of prepping myself to take a look at it tonight.
What do you have
Bucks.
Have you seen all the hubbub going on Twitter about Elon and the $20 or $8 for the blue checks? And AOC said, how is free speech going to cost me $8 a month?
Did she? She really say that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
I saw that he was going to be charging for a check mark. Yeah.
You can be on Twitter for free, AOC. I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
You can have your free
you can go on for free. Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
No one's making you get
you
that
want a blue check mark.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you. That's right. That's right.
They want him
a bunch of Astros and Phillies fans and going wild.
They want him to not succeed so bad. Like, how dare you try and monetize the platform and make a profit? Let's just make you feel bad till you go broke.
I know. It's crazy.
Pathetic.
I know.
I'd gladly pay.
Yeah, Bulldog says
for a check.
Elon is roasting those. Yep, he's roasted. Yeah, of course. Like Ed said, Twitter is still free. Looks like Tony's already started. Are you starting on a beer, Tony? Are you starting a? You're not, are you?
I always have. I always have a little scruff. If I go clean shaven, Scarlett gets really mad if I go clean shaven. She'd prefer that I have a big old scraggly hobo beard. I'm like, I literally look like a homeless person if I don't shave for 4 or 5 days. She's like, oh, I love it. Why did you shave?
Okay, so
yeah,
it's in demand, I guess.
Something. Yeah.
Mark says, is there anyone that can help Julia out how to get the NFTs? She's tried everything and can't get them. Clark, which one's the Highcroft mining, the Ape NFT? Which one are we talking about?
You got to click on the email that they sent you, and then it'll walk you through the process. That's about about the only help I can give you.
You're supposed to get an email.
If I could figure it out, it can't be that hard. Did you get an email? That's the
Papa
first
Mac
question.
says that's the first question, right? Yeah. Start with the email, Clark. Julia should have gotten her for her NFTs. Papa Mac says, do we think that the reg next Tuesday would equal a market pop? I don't know that we're going to see a red wave, Papa Mac. And here's my thing about. Let me just address that real quick. Let's remember two things. First of all, there's bipartisanship on almost everything that has already happened and will continue for the next 2 years. I don't know that Congress right now is going to step in and make any big changes, especially with the fact that if there is a red wave, we're going to have a lame duck president who can't get anything done. So we're going to be in for 2 more years of fighting. And that's even if there is this red wave that takes over. I don't know that necessarily is going to happen. I know the polls are saying that right now. But, anything can happen. I've seen crazier things happen. I mean, we have a man that, and listen, I give John Fetterman all the credit in the world for going out there on the stage in his condition. But I mean, really, our two choices are a guy that's just recovering from a stroke that can't speak, and Dr. Oz, a guy who's not even, who's rocking around with a Turkish passport. It's crazy to me that these are our options right now. I mean, I have zero faith in this government. Zero.
But the markets generally like a divided Congress.
So maybe that would be good.
When they can't pass spending or tax bills, you might see the market rally if Congress gets split. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that might be the only thing, right? Is that you might see some trimming and savings as far as the spending. I mean, it's got to stop at some point. Inflation is completely out of control. It clearly is not transitory, and interest rates don't seem to be fixing it. So something's got to give, right?
Clark says Julie was trying to get NFTs on AMC and they keep trying to charge her. So they tried to charge me for one, Clark. I forget who I wrote to. It was either Wax or AMC, but they said, okay, we'll go ahead and waive the fee. So you might try reaching out to AMC and Wax and see if they will not charge you.
Yeah.
But
Dana says, was Carrot Top not available? Seriously. He might be a better candidate than Mehmet or John Fetterman. Jesus.
Isn't
really, that's what we got for options?
Isn't it amazing the amount of celebrities that are getting involved in politics? Like, is that what it takes to get elected now?
You got to have the name recognition. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just don't I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't believe that Pennsylvania best choices they come up with was those two guys. And not for nothing, but you know, some of these politicians that don't even want to come out and debate, like what's going on in Arizona with Katie Hobbs. She won't come out and debate Carrie Lake. I mean, how weak do you have to be not to be able to come out and debate your opponent? Someone that, you know, supposedly is a conspiracy theorist with an election denier. You should be easily able to rip her apart then up and down the debate stage. I don't understand how you puss out from that. It's ridiculous.
If we should have a YouTuber run for like governor or something and see what happens.
I bet they would win.
Oh, wait, they already tried that in California. It didn't work.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Me, Kevin tried that. That's right.
You know, he blocked me on Twitter.
Did he really? Me, Kevin? Wow.
What a puss. Come on, Kevin. Wow. I don't know if he blocked me or one of his handlers blocked me, but because I dared to have a different opinion than him on APE, he blocked me.
Yeah, none of us see eye to eye on that, right? None of us see eye to eye on that. I didn't think that either. I thought that when Wrench Capital sold his APE, I thought it was a bad idea, and he made a big mistake there. But that's just my personal opinion.
I didn't even insult him. I just had a different opinion.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Mike says big red wave. Yeah. I mean, I just, how much really going to change next 2 years though? And let's just suppose, let's just play this out. Let's just suppose that there is a red wave and the Republicans come in. What is going to happen over the next 2 years that is going to have us looking to 2024 and saying we need to get, what is going to be the promotion? Because what's going to happen is if the economy continues to regress as it is right now, and we go into a recession, they're going to be very easy to say, look what happened. A red wave came in and the last 2 years has been terrible. And 2024, we need to get a Democrat back in. We need to keep a Democrat in the White House because look what happened to Congress. It fell apart. A red wave came, a tsunami, and look at what happened. We're in a recession, and you know the president's brain dead, and the vice president, the laughing stock, and you know Nancy Pelosi's, you know, a night away from getting hit over the head with a hammer. You know, with just. I don't know how much we are going to actually get. And I'll probably talk about that more tomorrow. What I was going to do, I was going to say, what time is it now? 11:32. I should talk about this, but I pulled up a list of, let me see if I can show what I was thinking of doing. So I have pulled up here the it will. I'm going to share screen. Anyways, what I wanted to do is do a live stream. Did I lose you?
Nope.
Did I lose you?
No.
Oh, I'm back. Oh, okay. I was thinking of doing and finding out what their position is on, and pick your topic. We could talk about payment for order flow, transparency, about reporting, we could make it out to the audience and just ask, what would you guys want? But to call every single senator and find out what their position is on these things.
Now I can't hear you. Now I hear you. I hear your computer beeping. Good night, Roseanne. Someone said Massalorian and Tony need to run on a joint ticket for president and vice president. Guys, you know my personality by now. I'm way too blunt to ever. I would be hated worse than Trump. I would not insult people, but I'm not going to pull any punches either. I'm not going to send out mean tweets, but I will implement the way I want the country to be ran. And 49% of the country is not going to like it. And I'm not going to give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. We have that major problem, right?
Yep. Yeah. My very first major in college is political science until I reassessed my personality. And I could never be a politician because I can't pretend to be nice.
I wouldn't have the guts to come back out after someone called my BS, like all of the progressives have in the last couple of weeks. They even called out Obama. I don't know if it was yesterday or today.
I'd tell them go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, yeah, I'd say, look, the people voted for these policies, and we're gonna fucking do it. Crimea River, I'll see you in 4 years.
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. Someone says, Mass TD, whatever happened to AMC crypto? We could see something about that this Tuesday. Who knows? But there's been no announcement from Adam Aron other than him mentioning it every earnings call that they were looking into possibly doing a crypto coin. We just haven't heard any update on it.
I stopped talking about it because crypto's kind of out of favor right now anyway. So I'm sure they're not like hot to issue a crypto coin, but maybe when crypto resurges, we'll see something like that. I still think it's a great idea to raise money without dilution.
Yeah. I know. Almost like a better idea than APE was, like it would have
way better than APE was. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, Adam Aron. Why aren't you subscribed to my channel?
Yeah.
Popcoin is the way, Adam.
I'm really confident in the movies going forward. I see that if anything's starting to pivot right now a little bit, it'll be that Hollywood is waking up to that people are tired of being preached to, and they won't give movies with good stories and action, and they don't want the BS. We don't care about your politics in the movies. We really don't. And I hope they're getting the wake up message. I hope September and August and July of this year sent a clear message to Hollywood that people are over the preaching. I'll go to church if I want to be preached to. I don't want it at my theater. Thanks.
Someone's asking about GTII and Finger. We've already talked about GTII many times. Finger, I have not been following as close, but I mean, looking at the chart, the volume is pathetic, but the price is still going up. So, I don't know. I don't know much about Finger other than, the chart doesn't lie. I have not done any due diligence or looking into Finger. The short interest is very low. Retail's still buying it. So trade it while you can make money.
GTII, what's going on, buddy?
GTII, just to recap, I have a open wager that I will extend to any of you. You can DM me on Twitter. Cash bet that it will not go over $8 again. I hope I'm wrong. I don't believe any of the due diligence that's out there on GTII. but it was a great play from 60 cents to $9. And I wish I had been in on it, but I'm not in GTII. And I look at it every day and I convince myself not to buy it.
Yeah. After a month of red, it's Lisa says 2013 NDAA, and this is 100% correct, was signed into law on January 2nd. It legalized disinformation propaganda against Americans. That is true. They were doing it with baseball games in Cuba for a while. The CIA was doing it. And that is true. They just legal doing this again to Americans. Legal, but Obama made sure he took care of that. Let's see. Scavenger says the Feds were pretty hawkish today. SPY 360 next week. Yeah, I think they were right on point. I mean, a lot of people saying pivot, Scavenger. I didn't see a pivot today. I'm right on point with what they've been saying. Tim Bay Buckeye says, Massa, wake up and follow the white rabbit. I wish I had a white rabbit show up at my door. At least the chick that had the tattoo.
Someone's talking in the chat about Mr. Beast running for president. I don't know if that's true or not, but what are your thoughts on that, Mass?
I think he'd have a shot. I mean, I mean, it depends who the two candidates are in 2024, but he might have a shot if he runs as an independent third party.
I'll tell you why I would not vote for him. Even though I love his personality, I love his channel. The man spins like a drunken sailor. No insult to sailors, you know, but he does not know how to budget. His agent is, I mean, he goes from having $1 million in the bank to bankrupt every week. No, he's not a good fiscal manager. Other than that, popularity wise, he might have a chance. Yeah. But I would not want him.
Jason, have a good night. No, that's true. That's true. For the economy, it would be bad, right? Jason, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, man. Tony, are you ever going to be planning on doing any more live during trading?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you kind of waiting for the market to turn, or?
No, I'm waiting for my what's the word for is it circadian rhythm to get back on day shift? Diamond Music says you're a fucking joke if you think GTII. Hey, the bet is open to you. Anyone who wants to put money on the line, I will take your bets that GTII is not going over $8. I'm 100% serious. Maximum wager $100, but you can't fucking pussy out. If I win, you better show up with your $100. We'll publish it on Twitter and hold you accountable. The reason I say that is because all of the due diligence that I'm looking at from all these guys, they're giving you exaggerated information. I hope that it does go over $8. I hope you get your $1,000 or whatever, but the information that I'm seeing these guys put out is not correct. And that's not my opinion. That is just, I don't go by made up information. The data that is published does not jive with what they're telling you. Not even close. And look, if anybody's an expert on exaggerated claims over the last 2 years, I think me and Massalorian would be able to point out people to you that are telling you exaggerated information. Right? Yeah. Have we seen a couple people do that over the last 2 years, Massalorian?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Some people are asking about him, and by the way, Jennifer, knock it off. Some people are asking about some of the other guys. What's your take on that? I mean, some of these guys, I think legitimately probably got into play at 60 cents.
I think they honestly believe, I think they 100% believe what they're saying, but I don't agree with what they're saying. Like to interpret daily short volume as 100% naked shorts and tell people every day 84% of GTII was naked shorted. Guys, you realize you can look up almost any ticker on the stock market and it's 50 to 60% daily short volume. right?
Yeah.
Pick your ticker, pick 20. Yep. So you're going to tell me, based on his explanation, that GTII is 84% naked shorted because of the daily short volume. You're basically saying then, by extension, that more than half the market is naked shorted on a daily basis. That makes 0 sense. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of what daily short volume is, and I don't agree with it. Daily short volume is indicative of massive shorting during the day. High-speed traders, day traders, taking shorts and closing them. That's short volume. Volume is trades, but that is not short interest. And I mean, I'm happy to do what this nameless, faceless guy with, you know, he doesn't tell you his name, he doesn't show you his face, but you take everything he says as gospel. God bless you. Then go for it. And I wish you the best. I'm not in the trade. I don't care. I'm just trying to bring a little bit of sensibility to it.
Yeah. Someone's asking about CRTD. Do you want to talk about that one time? Just because it's late in the chat.
Which the one that I got in yesterday, CRDT. I got in that one yesterday. I called it out on my Discord. It's up 54% in the last 24 hours. It's up 1,000% in the last week or two. I can't give you a price target. I'm going to follow the momentum. If it still goes up, I'll hold it. If it starts coming down, I'll sell it. I'm up 54% on that one in a day. When I put it in the Discord, I said, this is, like many, a retail momentum trade. There's nothing compelling about this company other than people think it's going to moon, and we will take advantage of that.
I'm trying to see here. Who's Gary? Gary's real name is that's his real name.
Gary who?
Is that talking about avid trader? I'm seeing here in the chat.
I don't think it's
guys
Gary.
who are talking about GTII, I think.
Yeah, I'm talking about Ham. Yeah, I know Avid has a real name, but I don't think it's Gary. I don't have anything against Avid Trader. I'm talking about, you know, the more vocal one is Ham. He says he's a Wall Street veteran, and he might be, but you know, he should put his name and photo out there so we can have a little faith. But I think that any veteran Wall Street trader would never tell you that daily short volume is 100% short interest. No.
Has he been saying that?
Yes, every fucking day.
Oh my God. Well, I hope that it runs a little more for the people who are in it right now and they're holding. I hope it does.
I hope it does too. I have nothing against GTII. I have nothing against the people in it. I hope you guys make a lot of money.
No, me neither.
I just don't believe what these guys are saying. That's all. That's just my opinion. And I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. You do what you believe and you hold us all accountable. I mean, Massalorian, in the last couple of years, you've known me. How many times have I been wrong?
Not many. Not many. Not many at all.
Not many.
Yeah. Nope. Nope, not many at all. Yeah. We've you know, we've tried to do our best just to be accurate and not be too speculative, right? Especially with the dates and the prices.
Where I could be wrong and where I have been wrong is when retail comes in and buys the fuck out of something despite all the evidence. No one can get in the way of that train. Not even, you know, not even hedge funds with billions of dollars. GME proves, and AMC in June of last year proves that if enough money comes in, you can make anything run. But look at the price and volume on GTII. That's what I'm looking at. It's not telling me a great story. And I don't believe the DD that these guys have been putting out for the last 30 days. It had a great run, 60 cents to $9.
That's amazing.
It had a fantastic run.
Yeah. Yeah. KYP, I'm glad you did too. But I hope it makes more money. money for you, honestly. Someone said red toothpick. I mean, for next week, it's got to be a red toothpick. I can't stand what the country is doing right now. Let's see. No trying to get simple, accurate. By the way, have you heard about Fidelity begging for people to sell GTII or looking to borrow shares? What's that all about?
I get, and many people get, advertisements and emails and phone calls regularly inviting you to participate in their stock lending program. Have y'all gotten those? I bet you have. From Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity. Very few people, I would submit, and I could be wrong, very few people have provided evidence that they have gotten a GTII specific message. They post these random, oh, have you heard about our stock lending program? Just because they own GTII, they assume that that's what it was about. For everyone that says they've gotten the message, I see other people posting, well, I have thousands of shares and they haven't contacted me. I've got 10,000, tens of thousands, and they haven't contacted. People are, this is this mania where you want something to have a meaning that it doesn't. Just because you got a message informing you about their stock lending program doesn't mean they want your GTII. But that being said, they're fucking making a killing on short interest. The cost to borrow is through the fucking roof. Of course, they want you to lend it 400 to 800%. Of course, they want to capitalize on that. And you probably should think about it. That's a sick amount of money. You probably make more lending it out than you will on any squeeze play. 400 to 800% daily.
Yep. Oh boy.
That is one thing. That is one thing that is inarguable, and I keep close tabs on it. The cost to borrow and the amount you can earn lending out your GTII is sustained some of the highest I've ever seen.
Yeah. Doug Plays Guitar says, why is the GTII borrow rate so high?
Because it's hard to borrow. That doesn't mean it's hard to borrow. No one's willing to lend it. That doesn't mean that the short interest is high. You can see the short interest report. Go to OTC, what is it? OTCmarkets.com. You can see the published short interest has been 1% to 2% historically and even recently for GTII. And they don't want to talk about that because that is showing they will, here we go, Massalorian. The data's all fake. It's only real if it agrees with what you want it to say, right? If it doesn't agree, then it must be fake. But since the published data is showing 1% to 2%, they instead have created now a daily short volume. You should equate that to short interest, which has never been done before, ever.
Right.
But now, because that supports their narrative, they're trying to trick people into thinking daily short volume is short interest. 84%.
Yeah. Yep.
Never heard that in my life until GTII. It is hard to borrow, though. I mean, you cannot argue that with a high cost to borrow, no one is wanting to lend out their shares. And that could be a function of that it's a GTC. It's not held by a bunch of institutions. It's not held by a bunch of people that are predatory lending. Right? This is the problem with AMC when 40% is owned by institutions and they lend it out to make extra money. I don't claim to have all the answers, but just maybe it's hard to borrow because it's an OTC and it's all held by retail and they don't want to lend it. Maybe. Just maybe.
Possible. You never know. Real Rugged DIY says, looks like we're forming a George W. I like the way that's spelled. Never seen that before. W. Let me ask you this. For those of you guys who are in GTI right now. Good.
I was going to answer Scavenger. Scavenger, you know that I think a lot of people don't know this. The hedge funds don't report their shorts. When you're looking at short interest, that's not reported by the people that are shorting it, right? It's reported by the lenders and by the brokers. And the reason I know that it's accurate is I can go on Interactive Brokers and see how many shares are available and see the cost to borrow. And I can correlate that to other programs that report short interest, and I know it's correct. The lenders are the ones reporting how many shares they have loaned out and how many they have available and what the cost to borrow is. It is a very common error in this community to think that the hedge funds are reporting the short interest. That is not true. It's the lenders. So could the lenders be lying? Sure. But I'm just going to throw this out there. You know, when the short interest matches what you want it to say, like GME at 120%, everyone wants to believe it. When it goes down, no one wants to believe it. You can't play both sides of the fence, guys.
Jennifer, no, I'm going to go do that as soon as I get off of here. I got a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, that's unfortunate, right? And I feel like that's something that, you know, that's going to be a problem for us, you know? Always. Been 100% utilization since February, says Doug says, why wouldn't holders of GTII lend that out for that high borrower? Yeah, why wouldn't they, T?
If I had a significant amount of shares, I mean, I posted I've shared this with some people on the Discord. I don't know if I put it on Twitter. I think I've sent it to a few people in DMs. Like an example, if you had 10,000 shares of something, of a $10 stock, and they were going to pay you 5.75%, you would make $500 a month at 5.75%. Now imagine if you had 10,000 shares of something and they were going to pay you 800%. It is a sick amount of money that you could be earning. I don't know why. I mean, I would be taking advantage of that. I in my belief, would make more money from lending it out than I ever would in a squeeze. But they all think that it's going to go to $1,000. So that's probably, and they're being coached by YouTubers not to loan it out. If you believe in the squeeze, I guess you shouldn't loan it out. But 800% that's a tough number to turn down.
For sure. 100%. I know, guys, I got to work on the internet. I'm going to see when me and Tony click off, I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going on here, why I'm getting audio. I had it in the other night. I don't know if it's because I'm on a collab with Tony. Seems like when I'm solo, it's fine. But when I'm on a collab with Tony, I know it's weak. So I got to figure out what's going on with that up there. All right, guys. So we're running up to the 12 o'clock mark. Really quick, I want to get in some thanks to the mods. Liz Clayman, who was by tonight, Adrian Fernandez, Dia Rands, Angelina, who was doing it for Tony. Tony, do you have other mods in here tonight?
Diaz,
I try to write mine
Angelina.
down. Okay.
Everything said tonight is our opinions. Don't hate us. We're just sharing our thoughts, guys. You know, some plays that you're in, we might like, some we might not like. We're just here sharing thoughts. You guys ask, we answer the questions.
Yes.
But we love you. We love you, and we want you all to make money.
Yeah, just remember, guys, we're always doing speculation here. This is all me and Tony are doing. Everything here is an opinion, and we have been wrong in the past, and we've been right in the past. Hope why you guys are still here. Hopefully. And appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Everyone who donated tonight to keep the lights on and keep our subscriptions for just this platform restream. Thank you guys to the mods, to the other creators who stopped by tonight. Phil For Real, Tenny Time, Chad Clifford, Scavenger. Yep. Who else are we forgetting? Steven. Bunch of guys stopped by today. Thank you, all you guys. Oh, Bulldog Trading. And we appreciate all you guys, and we love all you guys. And we're going to try to do this more as we head up towards the November 8th earnings. All right, guys. Have a great night. Love y'all.
Hycroft video coming out tomorrow, and then I'll be getting back to the lives. Keep an eye out for it.
Good night, guys.
Good night.